Let me ask you something. Have you ever left a call and it was running and you felt good about it and then it came back? I'm not talking about a weird, rare lightning strike callback. I'm talking about the kind where you walk back into the same house, same driveway, same customer, and you feel that little twist in your stomach because you know what you said. It was working when I left. Now, there's the dangerous part. You weren't lying. It was running. And that's exactly the problem. Let me paint you a picture, okay? So it's a hot afternoon. It's a no cooling call. You find a blown capacitor. It's an easy win. You swap it out. The unit fires up. The fan spins. The compressor's humming. Everything's good. The cold air starts moving. The customer smiles. You say, you should be good now. So you pack it up. You drive off. You feel efficient, productive, competent, confident, and technically, you weren't wrong. It was running. But 2 days later, the office calls. It's not cooling again. And now you're back in the attic. And now the customer is less patient. Now you're defending yourself. And you say the line every technician has said at some point. It was working when I left. So let's slow that down. It was working. Working is not the same as proven. Running is not the same as stable. And effort is not the same as discipline. Here's what most technicians have never been shown. There are two types of technicians in that moment. Not good versus bad, not smart versus dumb, not experienced versus new. Two identities, the guesser and the proven technician. The guesser moves fast. The guesser sees patterns, commits early. The guesser treats symptoms as proof. The guesser fixes what's obvious. The guesser leaves the system when it looks better. But now let me say something clearly. The guesser is not lazy or careless. The guesser is trained, but not trained in disciplined thinking. So let's contrast that with the proven technician who slows his commitment, thinks in systems, tests before concluding. The proven technician speaks in evidence, not in opinions, and verifies before leaving. So the difference is not effort, it's a standard. The proven technician doesn't guess. He proves and predicts and verifies. And most callbacks happen because technicians care but don't follow a standard. Think about that. From day one in this trade, most of us were trained like this. You watch someone else, you do a ride along in the truck, you see what they do, you repeat what works, you move fast, you be efficient, we're on the clock, don't overcomplicate it. But no one sat us down and said, this is the thinking standard. This is how you prevent false finishes. This is how you protect yourself from your own assumptions and protect yourself from callbacks. So what do we rely on? We rely on experience and patterns and memory. And here's the truth. Experience is powerful, but experience without discipline will eventually guess. Pressure creates guessing. Heat creates guessing. Customer stress creates guessing. Office pressure creates guessing. Time pressure creates guessing. And guessing feels like confidence because at least we're doing something until they call you back. So let me ask you 3 questions here. On your next call, before you commit to a repair, I want you to ask yourself, what exactly is the symptom? Not what I think it is, not what it usually is. What is actually observable and measurable? Second question, what part of the system could logically cause that symptom? Not what I've seen before, logically. Third question, what measurement would prove it? If you can't answer that third question, you are, my friend, a guesser. Sorry. Guessing under pressure is where callbacks are born. Now, here's the uncomfortable part. Most technicians have never been trained in a structured way to slow their own thinking down. Most companies do not train to a standard. They train to familiarity. They train to speed. They train to productivity. But a standard is different. A standard protects you from yourself. A standard forces clarity. And a standard makes you uncomfortable before it makes you confident. You test your own assumptions. If you don't have a thinking standard, pressure will make you guess. And guessing eventually creates callbacks. And so in the next lesson, I'm going to show you something even more uncomfortable: why experience alone is not enough, and why some of the most confident technicians are the most vulnerable to callbacks. But for now, I want you to sit with this question. When you walk into a call, are you operating as a guesser or as a proven technician? Because that identity will determine whether you will come back.